Recording. All right, we're back. This is part two.
Part two. I was just complimenting Zoom on their platform. So Zoom, if you're listening, you have our endorsement. We're not going over to OBS anymore. Yeah, we're sponsoring. We will use Zoom going forward. So, so just based on the smart contracts, it is something that we're looking to do. It isn't going to be an immediate push or need. We're going to get the game done. We're going to generate some revenue. We're going to tidy up our rebrand. From a rebrand point of view, just so those that don't know, we have bought Swift.network. So the domain has been purchased. All of our platforms and sites will be moving over. So you'll have Satoshi Solutions moving over to host.swift.network. The Authenticate system will sit under trust.swift.network. And obviously our site will sit under Swift.network. We will also have then a play.swift.network, which will ultimately be the OTC trading platform, but initially will just be a little bit about the game, what it does, and probably have a listing form within it for new coins coming forward. We will look to build on that. We're not going to have any further sites. They will be subdomains of our domain, which means they tie in nicely to the ecosystem that we're developing. So all investors coming forward will have a one-stop shop. You'll notice that these will move. We will have a redirect from our old pages to begin with, and then eventually the pages will just eventually go. We will be changing our logo initially, and then what we'll do is we'll have a tidy up exercise. So I am in the middle of looking at different web designs. I know John has done some work as well. I've been putting some together. Once we've got a web design that we're happy with, which portrays the ambition and the vision of the business, we will start building that. We expect to turn that around relatively quickly. It will be like a week's exercise. We just need to land on something that we're happy with going forward, and displays the business that we are. You know, we aren't a startup company anymore. We've been in the game now 12 months. We've spent an awful lot of money on the developments we've done so far. And I think the things now that we're looking to go after in 2019, once everything has been settled and finalized, just enhances what we have, and gives us a great USP and a differentiation factor between us and the rest of the marketplace. Does our coin price reflect what we're doing? Absolutely not. But as John said before, a portion of all of monies raised, whether that's through the hosting platform, whether that's through the game, in terms of investors paying for the unlocking of available coins or wallet sizes within the game, or paying for getting rid of the ads, whether it's payments in listing fees from coins, we will be taking a portion of our profits and buying back our own coin. If we can't stabilize the market with new investors, we can't stabilize the market with the people that are currently holding our coin, then we will do that ourselves. We're better in control than leaving it at the bounty of everybody else. I will like to thank everybody who is currently holding. I know we have some large holders. We do have a transparency list, which in some instances has been communicated, in some instances hasn't, because of the change to IPv4 to IPv6 last week. But once all those addresses have been updated, the VIP section does have a transparency list for those that are holding a large amount, to make sure that everybody has an aligned vision. This helps with people who do need to sell, the ability to cross-functionally ask if anybody else wants to buy. And it just means the majority of the coins that we have locked, which I believe is around the 80% mark, in all fairness, it just means that 80% is still locked within the funding of within that group. Those that are in the VIP group, it's a mandatory requirement going forward. Everybody has participated, so I'd like to say thank you for that. Those that have the ability to be able to buy a supernode or have obtained a supernode, who would like to be involved in the VIP section, this is where we share a lot more info. We discuss ideas, or we will be discussing ideas. That was the forum of the reason why that was set up. The only requirement is, number one, is a supernode, and number two is that you share your node addresses So everybody knows that in that group, we have an aligned vision, and that is to hold our coin and raise our value. I will be offering that out also before I close on that note, to anybody who contributes to our project. So the likes of J-Dog, if you're listening, appreciate your efforts. I think we just need to talk. We need to involve you to take your time out and help us out. It's great. Those that are contributing to a level like that help us market our products, then realistically we should bring you into the fold, because we could probably utilize your skills a lot harder. So that's where we are in the rebrand. We are looking to do that straight away. Nothing will change except the logo in the domain. Once we've got the look that we want, we will roll that out. And I suppose, in all fairness, once we've done that, we will have a new roadmap.
Yep.
John is currently working on that.
Yep.
We will be able to step back and look at our current business model, what we're making, and then obviously then the streams of marketing, which John's already drawn up a plan on, and the marketing that the game. Yeah.
Could I jump in and share about the marketing when you're done?
Yeah.
Okay.
The streams of marketing, and then obviously then there's the indirect marketing that we're going to get through the game. We have to understand that new investors are going to come to our game and they're going to see our coins. Some of those are going to play, they're going to draw out. They're going to have to learn how to use a local wallet anyway, or they're going to have to learn to use an exchange anyway to be able to sell it. So in all fairness, they're already educating themselves in being able to sell the coin for cash, which means they're already being immersed into this world. So we have to understand that not everybody is going to convert to Masternode holders, but those that don't convert are already engaged in the crypto world. Once they get onto the exchanges, once they get on downloading a local wallet to understand what they need to do, we won't be encouraging people to sell. We would have been encouraging people to at least download the wallet and learn how to use one. But it starts that journey of education. So I think if somebody's going to go to the hassle of being able to collect coins, enjoy the gameplay, I think then they're going to want to know, okay, how do we use these coins? And I think that goes on to some of the things that we would also like we would like a payment card. That's something that would be really useful. Mm-hmm. We play in the game and we collect the coins. We transfer the coins to our card-based
account or something.
Account, yeah. I'm not sure how it works. We really have to look into it. And if that's the case, then you can take that down the road and buy yourself a Coke on your journey to collect more coins. So we'll have like a plethora of products that will work together and create a real good, solid foundation for anybody new coming in who doesn't necessarily need to move elsewhere. Do they need to go to Voltaire to buy a VPS? No. Will they have to go anywhere else to get the wallet? Absolutely not. Do they need to sign up to an exchange to buy the additional coins? No, because they'll be able to do it through the OTC trading platform. Will their coin have a use case? Well, it absolutely will if we can get a payment card off. So all of a sudden, we've got an absolute round circle on our business model. And the smart contracts only enhance that with the ability of being able to even build a local wallet with a GUI setup that will allow us to API our hosting platform into the local wallet. That would be huge, to be able to add to your balance from the local wallet, to deploy Masternodes within the same wallet. The OTC trading platform, could we build that within the wallet as well? Well, we absolutely could. That means if people want to sell their coins or buy their coins, we could be in control of them before they hit an exchange. That adds solidity to our price. So if we're going down the smart contract route, we're going down a new wallet route, it will mean a swap, but this isn't now. This isn't now at all. We are nowhere near scoping this out. We are nowhere near understanding the level of funding or development required to be able to land this, but we have an idea. We know it's achievable or can be achievable with the right team of developers behind us, and it's something that we will be going after. If you'd like to go on about marketing then, John.
Sure. So as soon as the rebrand is complete, or at least at a point where our new brand is reflected on our various platforms. We will move forward with an invite bounty for our Discord, because if you look at a lot of these new Masternode coins that have come onto the market, some of them have close to 20,000 Discord users in their rooms. And there's no reason why we aren't that big. I think that invite bounties are something that drive this growth a lot. However, what typically happens is these bounties are paid in whatever coin is running the bounty. And whenever people get paid free coins, they dump them. And we don't want to see a dump of our coins. So what we would do to avoid this is we would pay bounty rewards in a different currency, whether that's Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash or Litecoin or Ethereum. It's not going to be Satoshi coin. So that would prevent the dumping from happening. But it would be a competition of sorts where we would award, first, second, and third place for the most invites, which is how a lot of these are structured. It's not a pay per invite thing. It's more of a competition structure to get really good participation. But we think that this could really grow our Discord channel to a point that, so with website sales, they say 2 to 3% of everyone who goes to a website ends up making a purchase. Well, if you apply the same things to a Discord room, if 2 to 3% of people who actually join end up actually investing, you're going to see a reflection in our market price just from doing an invite bounty. And that could be significant because there are not that many coins available on the market. I think just a couple of supernodes would put us way up. The other thing is, once we have our rebrand completed, we're going to move forward with a digital media campaign. This is going to involve banners on well-trafficked sites such as Masternodes Online, and those banners could be focused towards some of our products as well as getting people to invest in our project. The other thing that we can do, or that we're planning on doing, is sponsoring articles on various news outlets like CCN, Cointelegraph, CryptoShib. I'm actually a contributor for Midas Investments, which is a news site, as well as StakeNet Wire, which should be coming out within the next couple weeks. So I'll be able to publish articles there for free, which is really nice. We also are going to be doing cross-promotion with some of our partners, such as Watchdog, which is a coin directory that's coming out that has some really interesting new features. Simple POS Pools, another partner. Crypto Masters, if some of you guys have heard of them, is actually a cryptocurrency marketing firm, and they have a variety of different tools that you can use in order to promote yourselves. They also have a Discord channel, and because we've already partnered with them, they should be announcing our partnership soon. And because of that, you're going to see a lot of new people joining our Discord channel. So a lot of this has to do with just kind of getting the word out about our project, about our new platforms and our new products, and how they kind of contribute to not only our own success, but also the success of projects that list with us. So I don't want to belabor the point, but there are a lot of different things that we can do. One more thing that I wanted to mention is Mike and I have already talked about this, and we agree that we would like to do some kind of competition for free listing to Crypto Hunter. So it would involve, it'd be a competition where people would follow our Twitter, reshare the page, and join our Discord. And basically that's just going to make us go viral. And the coin that does the most will get a free listing, and then the second place will get a discounted listing. But that should put our name out there, and I would imagine that we would get several coin listings after the fact, just from people that like our product and want to join even though they didn't win. But that would really make us kind of a household name in the crypto space. And then from there, we would like to become a household name in general. outside of the crypto space as well. So
we should probably add that to our pitch, John. In all fairness, if we're going to we're going down that road, we should add that to our pitch before pitching it out tomorrow. Laboring on the fact that that yes, there's a listing fee, and yes, there is a requirement of coins. What they will get is the listing if people are in their communities are adding themselves to our Twitter, adding themselves to our Discord, etc. That the listing fee is waived. The coins are still a mandatory requirement. That we can't do anything about that, but we should put that within the pitch.
Well, that's only one time though. That's only for the competition. So I don't want to make.
Would that be before launch or after launch?
It would probably be after launch.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Yeah. Let's get it out first. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's fine. Perfect. The only thing we have not really spoke about is Authenticate. Now, just for everybody to be aware, Authenticate was tested for its durability and security. It had a number of, I wouldn't say errors, but I would say information around the validity, around whether there would be a breach of documents being either taken or shared. We had that tested by a business who we will be advertising when we rebrand, who did a lot of the pen testing for us. Then ultimately we took us through an education on what we should be doing going forward. And then we obviously paid that person also, given what we were tied up into, to add all those security features for us. The pen test came down to literally a minor number of things, and that was mainly around once it had been completed. That was mainly around the fact that it was sitting on a test server, which will be moving to a more secure server, which removes the last final pieces of the puzzle. So once rebranding that's done, that'll be out. I did see a message from him today, so I'll be giving him some feedback today. And I wanted to talk to him around advertising his business on our platform. And then obviously we're going to be using his service going forward for anybody that we authenticate. I'd also spoke to John earlier today around how Authenticate will grow. Authenticate is going to be a bit of a slow process. It's not going to be an immediate uptake. Feedback initially is that our diligence shown against Authenticate far outweighs anything currently on the market. What we're asking for is complete transparency. So it isn't a case of blocking out your ID numbers or not giving somebody your address. It is done to a level of all of your social media accounts, and absolutely everything is stored against you as an individual and the business that you are putting out to the marketplace to obtain monies from investors. They are only held with us. They aren't released to the public, but that they are held with us under the terms that if anything is untoward happens, that we can use them to a local authority. The uptake on that is, and the feedback is, not a lot of people right now want to be involved with such a transparent system. But I do believe that in the future, this will play an important part of the crypto world. And we are probably far beyond the thinking of but most coin devs as it currently stands. This is a good thing. As I said, the uptake will be slow, but this is our promise. We are as transparent as we can be. I don't use avatars. I've always used my name, and I would have phoned a lot of you anyway, and you would have spoke to me on the phone. I had a member of Smart Cash speak to me around the video on Saturday when I shared it, and said, "Do you really live at this address?" Because he was able to work it out from the game. And I said, "Well, yes." And he says, "Well, aren't you concerned about telling people where you live?" And I said, "Well, no, because this is my business. We've set this up. We are there is nothing for me to hide in terms of what we're doing and the progress we're making, and the road in which we want to walk our journey. So I said, people know where I live, so they know where to send donations. And and if they'd like to contribute, I take notes in any currency. So but yeah, and I suppose, look, that's what we're about, and I hope people really understand that this isn't a game for us. This isn't a hobby. This is something we're very passionate about. And I think that's the thing about Authenticate. So the promise we're making as a dev team, and against the plethora of products that we've got, is the last thing I want is a Crypto Hunter to turn into just a money making scheme to get coins listed. That's not what we're going to be about. If coins are listed because they're well established, like bringing on somebody like Smart Cash, who we are talking for, and we're putting a proposal forward for them to join the game. There's a different level of authenticity with them because they've been around a long time and they're an established brand. If it's a coin that necessarily we don't know, there's not much about them, we will still be carrying out a level of authenticity around whether they are the right coin for Crypto Hunter or not. If they are not, we will be encouraging them to go through the Authenticate process, linking themselves if they want to come into the game. The last thing we want is a game that's linked to a lot of coins that gives us a bad rep against a backdrop of what we're trying to achieve with Authenticate. So I think that's a really important message to share with the community, that not everything that we do isn't just about the return and what we do it. It's about how we do it and how it's going to play out against the future of what we're trying to deliver. So you can take that with you. So I just think it's important to share that. We probably will get approached by a lot of coins. We probably will have to reduce our prices against the initial offering eventually to get an uptake in maybe Authenticate to get it rolled out. But at this point, I really don't see the need. Crypto Hunter may drive some of that. And I think when the market starts changing its thought process around diligence, Authenticate will be at the top of that list in terms of what we're offering. So I just think it's great that we've been able to bring out something that the market's not ready for yet. And that'll be the same with smart contracts, if we can deliver that with JavaScript. Exactly the same. It's brand new stuff. So that's a good thing. So, okay, John. Well, it's good. It's been a good hour.
Yeah.
So, apologies for the delay. We try not to leave it too long next time. Unfortunately, nobody's on, but it could be the time. It's certainly past my bedtime. So we'll be on board. If we're quiet, please shout up. Try to keep Discord busy. There are things that you can do to help us, and that is about advertising what we're doing, sharing the links we share, making sure you retweet. Javanix does an amazing job at trying to keep on top of all the Twitter side of the business, as well as offering competitions on a weekly basis. Bear in mind, these competitions that Javanix runs are out of his own pocket, his own funding. Javanix is probably the most aggressive buyer in our community. He is constantly buying coins. I'm surprised how much he's grown from when he joined the project to now. And he is still accumulating because he can see the potential in us. So a big shout out to you, Javanix. A big shout out to the to the competitions you run. At some point, we may need to give you some coins back, and I'll consider giving you some coins back when I win a competition. So apart from that, we're going to call that a night. Thanks for listening, and we'll be on Discord to answer your questions later on in the week. And thanks for joining me, John.
All right. Thank you, Mike.
All right.